Cloud Gamers, welcome to another Let's Chat episode. Again, if you guys are not familiar with what this is pretty much a place where you guys come and you ask all your questions. My goal is to do the best job to answer them. And if you guys don't have questions, you guys are gonna hear me just mumble about a bunch of nonsense. So I highly encourage you guys to ask your questions if you guys don't want me mumbling. So new setup here. Gonna test this out, see how this works. If this is not well, if this doesn't work good, then I will end up just switching back to what we normally use. So yeah, just gonna give this some time, let you guys get in here and let the questions just start rolling in. Man, so much to talk about in cloud gaming space. I'm just curious for those of you guys who watch and just let me know what you guys have been playing lately. And I'll let you guys know what I've been playing lately for sure. Zero games for me. What is up, homie? Let me know how this sounds, how this looks. Again, testing up a new setup here. Yeah, this might be a ish show. The last time I tried the service, it was a ish show. So I'm still on the fence on this. So you guys let me know, how does this look? How does this sound visually? Actually, I should probably check myself. Okay, it looks alright. All right, so let's get into this. Again, keep those questions coming. My goal is to try my best to answer this to my best ability. So I'm gonna start with my normal mumble jumble, right? If you guys haven't checked out the podcast, I highly encourage you guys to check out the podcast. There's been something going on with the CGX cast, and it's pretty interesting because it seems like the cast members are kind of divided on something, and that is the state of cloud gaming right now. In 12 in December 1st, 2020, uh, it seems like some people are looking at Google Stadia. Let's just be real and address some of the issues. People looking at Google Stadia. Some people from the panel like Stadia is okay, and then some people like Stadia can do better. So there's this ongoing debate as to um, where should Stadia be, and I actually would like to hear from you guys as to performance wise, where do you think this platform is? Do you guys feel that Stadia can do more, or do you feel like cloud gaming is still in this early infant stage, that there's no need to panic, there's no need to worry? That's been a kind of ongoing debate that the panel members have been having in our group chat. But yeah, I'm just gonna start with that and open it up and see how you guys feel about that conversation piece. Very, very interesting because again, it's a huge debate right now with the panel members. Chief, I'm glad that this sounds good. Again, testing this software out, man. We'll see how this goes. Is the music too loud too? Let me know for those of you guys who are watching. Just tweeting that. Oh yeah, I forgot to do all of that. To cut me off guard. And no worries, man. Chief, I see you've been working on some awesome videos. If you guys don't know, stay tuned, man. We got some pretty cool stuff coming your way. Yo, what up, Porter? Good to see you, my dude. Good to see you. Decide to go back to South Park Stick of Truth. How is that called? Are you enjoying your time with that? Stadia is fine, just needs to get more games and get on the same page with developers about resolution and FPS. Boy, that's a good call, and it's pretty cool to hear you say that. And that okay, so I'm not gonna call members out, but I'm just gonna tell you where I stand with Google Stadia as a whole. Right? Again, if you watch the podcast, you will know. But for me personally, I feel like Google Stadia is still in its infant stage, and I feel like cloud gaming has a long way to go. And I feel like yes, the Stadia, they they do a lot of stuff right. Again, when it comes to like simplicity, when it comes to ease of use, right? If and we talk about this in on the panel as well, right? If you're introducing someone to cloud gaming, right? I would personally recommend Google Stadia first because again, the ease of use, it's still one of the only ones that truly, put out 4K. So again, if people have 4K, you can just, recommend that. Again, it comes with, if you were to buy the Premiere, it comes with a device that projects 4K. That's what I'm saying. But with GeForce now, you have to buy, an NVIDIA Shield, which can be, expensive, right? But yeah, it's one that I would recommend when it comes to just simplicity and ease of use. So to me personally, I feel like Stadia is still in its infant stage. Yes, they did mess up, but I feel like cloud gaming is so far away that they still have time to bounce back, clean things up, and still be competitive. But yeah, I agree. It does need to work on things like again working with devs to make sure that resolution and FPS are priority for sure. But yeah, and again the games. But overall, I do feel that it's it's got time to clean up. But yeah, and Led, how are you doing, my dude? Good to see you in the shot. With Microsoft releasing Clarity Boost, do you think they might be innovative in client-side stream improving? Could yeah, each cloud provider having their own features? Yeah, the Play Cloud, great to see, my dude. I do agree. I think you're gonna see this cloud gaming service offer um, unique features and solution to improve the cloud gaming streaming service. In the cloud, right? We see with GeForce Now RTX, 3080, the NVIDIA Shield projecting 4K, right? No other device. We see Google Stadia with Google TV and Chromecast Ultra, but this is Microsoft way. It's so this is still new again, still in beta, but I do see this coming out of Edge Canary browsing coming to actual official Edge. I do see this eventually coming to Google Chrome. I do see this eventually coming to the native PC app. Um, it's my question is this the 4K that they were referring to? Right? This is just upscale. We know it's not true 4K, but I've tried this feature out and I have to be 100% honest with you. Like it's decent, but I'm not truly impressed with it. But yeah, I do think each cloud game platform is eventually going to start offering their own cloud gaming features and advantages and ways to improve quality of visuals, if that makes sense. With Microsoft, yeah, I think I read this right. Big need to worry. Wreckfest just launched in Stadium runs like crap. I've played it, Mike. It didn't run like crap for me. Uh, he said big need to worry. It didn't run like crap. It ran decent enough. It is 4K, which you gotta give them some kudos. Something that people were complaining about is that recently the Stadia Pro games haven't been in 4K. It's not great. Yeah. Stadia gotta get the. I don't know what it is. Yeah. So if I was to speculate, what I would say is that Stadia used to be really hard on devs. With the requirement to port games to. So if you guys see me talking a little low and not like amped up, just know I'm in my work setting and I'm trying to keep it quiet. But I really wish I can like scream and talk more and loud and more lively. But I gotta keep it a little mellow because it's like a door right there and these people come back and forth. Anywho, but I do like doing these and I do think it's important. But yeah, so like I was saying previously, Stadia, I felt like back then they took games coming to the platform seriously when it comes to like resolution and FPS count, right? There's like a barrier of entry, 4K, right? High FPS rate. But I feel like lately, you guys saw that when they did the little game dev summit thing, they took the requirement of 4K, to bring your game to Google Stadia, Google Pro. And I think they're more like laid back to that approach, and I think that's why we kind of seen some sloppy ports. The thing is, right, do we want them to be strict with the ports and get less games, or should we be okay with games not hitting, 60 FPS and not being true 4K, but getting more games into the platform? So I think in a way that's a question that you have to ask. Me personally, I think if games can come and then eventually devs, go back like Assassin's Creed Valhalla and clean up, I think that might be the route to go because again, someone was saying earlier, what Google Stadia lacks is games, right? So if they can bring games to the platform, not the best quality at first, but then go back, clean it up to make it better, I think that might not necessarily be a bad thing. So it's kind of unfortunate and kind of a bummer. But again, I feel like cloud gaming is still in its infant stage, and eventually, right, they'll figure this part out with the ports and hitting true 4K and 60 FPS. Uh, let's see. It's man, I'm trying to get used to this UI. It's like you click it and it just doesn't click at first. Okay, so it's not great. Yeah. All right. So we covered that. Okay. So while Stadia is in immediate trouble, the second xCloud enables purchases. Yeah, that's a feature that a lot of people have been looking forward to. I'm gonna turn this music off. I don't know if I like it. Um, you guys let me know how it sounds without music now. But anyway, yeah, this is a thing that we know that they've been talking about for quite some time, right? Eventually, Microsoft is going to allow. This has been rumors, but I think it is something that's going to come into fruition. Eventually, Microsoft is going to allow you to purchase games from the marketplace and be able to play it on xCloud. Yeah, and I do believe that once that happens, man, it's gonna be gonna be equivalent to Google Stadia. And something that most people can say about xCloud right now is that when it comes to games, the game selection is probably up there with most other companies and devs. So then allowing you to purchase same day release games to be able to play in the cloud, yeah, that definitely sets them apart, right? So again, games won't be an issue, but I feel like going forward, this is the route that I feel like eventually PlayStation now is gonna head to this route as well, to where you can purchase game from the PlayStation Store and use the PlayStation Network to play those games. But again, we're still too early, but I do agree that's going to be a huge advantage, and it's going to be pretty huge when that happens. I'm kind of going back to local gaming after I got my new PC. It's been, yeah. Uh, so zero games for me. That's the thing. Some people, to me personally, I this might sound bad, but before I got into cloud gaming, the Nintendo Switch was my main console, right? So again, that tells you where I stand when it comes to like graphics. To me, I love things that push tech. Again, the Switch was one of the first device to where you can pretty much play like AAA games on the go. So that was something no one else was doing, right? So it really excited me. And then cloud gaming came along and it's like the Switch but on steroids, right? To where you can truly play. The Switch was watered down, was limited, right? But this you can like play, 4K 60 FPS games on your TV on the go. But yeah, it, local gaming and cloud might not be for you, and that's kind of, talking to the panel members. We have people in the panel that are all about, the PC gamers. They're all about like visuals, graphics. They're all about frame rates and stuff. So trying to have cloud be the only platform just doesn't work. To me personally, I'm not that big of a snob when it comes to those things. And so I can do just cloud only. That's what I do. I don't own any consoles. But yeah, this cloud might be good, supplementary device to your gaming, instead of it being like taking over your local or PC. Just use it as like a supplementary device. For instance, if you're in the go and you want to continue with a game, if you have Xbox, if you play on Xbox, right, just pick up xCloud and use your phone to play it. But yeah, a cloud, honestly speaking, might not be for everyone, and that's the realization. Just like mobile gaming is not for everyone, cloud might not be for everyone. But um, I see where you're coming from, though. I wouldn't buy another single game until there is a hardware upgrade. The other services are beginning to overtake it. Yeah, I get what you're saying with that. I'm assuming that you're referring to Google Stadia, right? Yeah. S- the truth of the matter is with Google Stadia, the tech is efficient enough, right? The tech is strong enough. I think it just comes back to the important issue. For instance, you'll see I think we have some other Cyberpunk videos going out, but you'll see with Cyberpunk, you'll see with the Division 2 port on Google Stadia, those ports were actually really well done, right? So time, they took time to do it, and you can see what Stadia is capable of if enough love and time goes into the porting process. Again, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is another one, right? That game looks incredible and runs well. So Stadia is capable of having these awesome games. I truly don't believe they need a Gen 2 right now. Again, 10 teraflops, right? Equivalent to what you see in the PS4. I believe that the current gen Stadia hardware is good enough to handle most games, but it is just the porting process that I think is lazy and sloppy. And if they can figure that out right, if they can get that right, I think Stadia games and visuals can rival what you're seeing. Definitely not with the GeForce 3080 tier, but everything else, I think it can, rival them for sure. But let's keep going. Keep those questions coming. So I think they have some time to think of something to keep me in the platform. What up? How do you say your name? Grace? Okay. Hope I'm not butchering that name, but I think they have a lot. Consider the progress xCloud has made. Yeah. Again, cloud gaming is still new. These companies are still trying to figure out. And I think as time progresses, you're going to continue to see these upgrades. We are at a beautiful place because with cloud gaming, these companies are not stepping backwards, right? They're going to keep upgrading the performance. They're going to keep upgrading features. So it's an upward trajectory right now with cloud gaming. So hopefully next year by this time with Google Stadia, we'll see some new features. We'll see hopefully the porting process becomes simpler, and they'll be able to get games to run well on the platform and look good running on the platform as well. And they'll be able to get more games. Same thing with GeForce Now, and same thing with Amazon Luna. It's just gonna be upwards, hopefully from here on out, which is pretty cool. It sucks, Inford. Yeah, again, like I said, man, I'm not truly that impressed with the what do you even call it, the xCloud sharpness update thing. I'm not an and just so you guys know, I don't know what it is with that Canary, but like Chief was saying it when he was doing his comparison video. that software, Edge Canary, messes up my One X player is getting repaired right now, and that started with me trying to install Canary on there. The buttons stopped working. My Chromebook right here, where is it? I was just uh, working on trying to install Canary on my Chromebook, and that is giving me issues too. So I don't know what is going on with Canary, Edge Canary, but it just seems broken, man. I don't know what it is, but just to give you guys a heads up, be careful with installing that. So far, it's put my One X Play in the shop, and my Chromebook is acting up, and my other laptop, my other Windows laptop, is kind of acting funny too. Stadia 4K support other services 1080 to be honest. Not truly, Mike. Not truly. I mean, mm, no, no. I think Stadia's 4K, like you look at the Division 2, you look at Doom Eternal, those are good 4K ports, but if a 4K is sloppy in Stadia, I feel like it's more of an equivalent of a 1440p than 1080. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. They are some like GeForce Now and Lunar are more clean with the 1080 when you compare 1080s to Google Stadia, but I don't in a way I don't agree with that. But I'm glad though. Re- oh, and Led, you officially confirming that it's running at 1080p 60? Are you talking about do they have different modes, or are you saying because it is 4K? I booted up today and it says run at 4K. Are you yeah, I'm curious to what you mean by that. Because if you're saying that 4K is 1080 60, then that's an issue. Only 4K free. Okay, so yeah, so this hopefully quality and performance mode, I believe that's kind of what you're talking about here. I think they have to nail both. Get the games update, get the hardware run. Yeah, yeah. And again, I think with time they will. Again, this is still new, this is still early. What up, Vic? It's good to see you, my dude. Um, I know you love tech. I chatted to you on the Nvidia Shield Forum years ago. Watched your Shield videos. Nvidia kind of dropped the ball in the early days. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. I agree. The 1440 68 Ultra Sense would be good enough for me. That's what I aim for when buying PC. I still place it. Okay, so there you go. Again, if you have the 3080 Ti GFN and you play mostly in PC, you can be hitting those with that tier for sure. Personally, I don't care much about performance for cloud. I play locally if I want the best graph. For me, cloud is all about games and value, mostly interested in sub-services. Yeah, true. To me, cloud is, for me personally, cloud, I would say it's more about convenience. Being able to not be tied to a local hardware. I think to me, that's what sells cloud. What up, geek? Good to see you, my dude. Patrick, xCloud might be taking ideas from Stadia and Hansen. Yeah, everyone is copying everyone in the cloud gaming space. It's nothing new. What up, Happy? It's good to see you as well. Well, 10.7 on Stadia to deliver at 40 FPS. That game looks like it should be able to manage. Yeah, again, back to the port process. That is definitely something Stadia needs to get a better, handle on. We're seeing some sloppy ports, and like I said earlier, Stadia can do better. We've seen the Division 2, we've seen Doom Eternal, we've seen Cyberpunk. I would say those are pretty good ports. So it tells me that Google Stadia can handle these games, but for some reason, the porting process is just kind of sloppy. But Yeah, so I did order the 30. Okay, still waiting on that, but to be honest, the games just aren't there yet. Yeah, GFN needs to it's kind of tricky because they do have a library. So get this, right? I was in bed with the wife the other night, and she was like, I want to try a game. She doesn't play games, right? But she's like, you talk so much about the cloud. Now, her favorite game is Call of Duty. Back in the days, she used to be quite decent in Modern Warfare 3. So she was like, find me a game like Call of Duty. And so I was like, dag, okay. What do I pull up? I was like, I could have easily used Shadow, get Call of, download it, but then it's like a PC. I would have to get my keyboard and mouse Bluetooth out, right? Connect it to the NVIDIA Shield because we were in the bedroom, right? So I was like, I don't want to go through that whole process. Again, I want to wow her with the cloud, So I was like, I don't want to like download, have to find Call of Duty, download it, install a keyboard and all that stuff. So it's like, what cloud gaming service has a good FPS that is similar to Call of Duty? And man, that was tough. Stadia didn't quite have anything. When it comes to like first party FPS, they don't have. So the other thing that came up was Halo, and she was like, "No, I don't want to play Halo." And xCloud for some reasons runs not that great. So it's like it has to be GFN. So it's like browsing GFN's library, and my goodness, GFN has a lot of games. They're like, again, they're missing, EA games and stuff. But if you go through the back catalog, right, that game that's coming out for Google Stadia, um, the three versus three shooter game, what's it called? It's actually in GFN right now. If you want to play it, World War Z, that's coming out for Google Stadia. It's actually in GFN. GFN has a huge library of games that if you search through, again, over 1,000 games, they have a huge library of games. I was like, holy crap, I didn't know this game was even here. Um, but yeah, GFN, I would agree, right? They like if you want to be only PC gaming focused, right? Holtz will tell you this. GFN, you can't do that because again, it's missing some games that you would probably need to install Shadow to use. But they have a lot of games though. And again, we're still too early to this. I think you see the amount of games GFN is adding on a weekly basis. Imagine by this time next year how much more games are going to be in the back catalog. We've seen them bring in old publishers that left, like EA, back, right? I think by this time next year, GeForce Now library is going to be really huge. And by this time next year, I feel like companies are going to know what GFN is and they're going to work towards bringing the games to the platform. Again, we're still so early in cloud gaming that as it's an upwards from here on out, and if you are a cloud game enthusiast, that should excite the crap out of you. Yeah, I used to be at the place where I was like, I want everything now. But if you guys have been listening to me talk lately, it's just accepted, where cloud gaming is, seeing the potential for it, and seeing that this is a new tech that eventually is going to grow to be something even more awesome than this right now. And so in a way, that's kind of been my whole mindset with cloud gaming. And yeah, GFM might not have all the games now, but I guarantee you this time next month, they're gonna have more games than they have right now, right? And it's just gonna cloud gaming is just gonna continue to grow, to get better, and it's exciting, man. It's exciting. GeForce Now are so laggy. This is subjective. I I personally, GFN performs like a beast. Most people that I know that've tested the 3080 rig, they are having a great experience. But yeah, for some people, for if the service is not close to you, you might not have a good experience. And so that's a cloud game in the whole is a subjective. In my one platform, a service can work really well for one person and work like crap for the next person. So I do agree. It just might not work for you. I would say test something else out and see if that works for you. But that sucks though. I would say that performance wise is not that great for you. I don't see the point of Shadow. Lose all the benefits of cloud gaming. Would just rather build a PC with cheap. Yeah. So again, something that Shadow does is it offers convenience for PC gamers. Again, for me personally, I've said this earlier, what sells me on cloud gaming is the convenience of it, right? So I would rather pay $30 a month to have that convenience. Again, it's not for everyone, right? So you might be a local guy. You might be home all day and have access to your PC. Literally, I'm never home, right? I I'm always doing something, taking the kids out at work or at my business or between houses. It's just I'm never home. So if I ever want a game, it's just where I am right now. How like here at work, if I have a break, I pull out my One X Play. So to me, it's all about convenience. And so Shadow, if I want to play PC game that's not on GeForce Now, or I can't find Xbox Cloud Gaming or Google Stadia. Shadow's the only platform that allows me to do that. For instance, Kingdom Hearts, right? Kingdom Hearts you cannot find on any cloud gaming service. It's a franchise that I really, really love. And the only place I can play that in the cloud because of convenience is Shadow PC. So again, Shadow PC might not like meet everyone's needs, but it does have a place in the cloud gaming space, especially like if you are huge on gaming because of convenience. Um, that's where Shadow comes in for me. What up, Cloud Validation? Good to see you, my dude. Good to see you. It's often a week for me talking about GFN. True. I feel like GFN is gonna pick things up. Uh, you guys, you heard the podcast. I said it was a week. Um, yeah, they have been having weeks. Agree 100%. But I feel like they're gonna start picking things up. I guess. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Anybody? Let's see here. Has anyone gotten their email for the free game from GeForce Now? I I think I got it. I have to check, but I'm sure I got it. You talking about Crisis? If you talking about Crisis, yeah, a lot of the people from what I'm hearing received that email. But yeah, if you pre-ordered it and you haven't yet, let us know, or just go in the GFN forum and let them know. Go in the Discord. I'm sure someone there can help you with that. Isn't Kingdom Heart technically coming to Switch Cloud? Yeah, it is. It is. One of Switch Cloud will be relevant. Yeah, Switch Cloud plays a role for Nintendo. Games that graphically are demanding, games that the Switch hardware can handle, the cloud makes it accessible. What would be interesting to see if Nintendo and the first party studio embraces it. I'm still waiting for the day where they announce like Mario coming to the cloud. The truth of the matter is though, they they don't necessarily like have. I'm talking about like Nintendo's first party IPs. They don't necessarily like have a reason to utilize the cloud for the games, because again, they're creating for the Switch, which is a local hardware, right? I would say another reason why they can utilize cloud for first party games is backwards compatibility, but it seems like they're already doing that, you know. But yeah, but I can see third party companies utilizing the cloud to bring the games, to the Switch. Again, because the Switch hardware is just not powerful enough to run it, right? Um, Hold up. It looks like I'm. Whoa, this shot just like kind of jumped. Hold on, where am I at? All right, cool. Yeah, so Crisis still waiting. Okay, yeah. Mr. Urban World, what's up? It's good to see you. Now, here's something different I'm doing. I'm gonna create my own. Okay, just have to figure out which console to use. Oh, cool. That'll be awesome. Yeah, let me know. I know you're into those things. Let me know how that all plays out and works out for you. It would be great if GFN started including some free monthly games for subscribers. Will provide true, but that's the issue with GFN, is that they don't have their own storefront, right? So technically they can't do things like that. But Epic has the free games, and most of those free games are available to play on GFN. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely what I do is I just check Epic Games Store every once in a while, see free games, claim it, even though they might not be available for GFN, because eventually, right, they can just be updated to work with GFN. So if free is your thing, I would just recommend that you just keep close eye on Epic free games, because eventually those games do become available for GFN. But yeah. So here we go. So again, some people are getting their crisis emails. So yeah, there you go. Dude, Clouders is not gonna stick, my man. Clouders, it's Cloud Gamers, man. So tell me in the chat, man. Are you guys excited about Chorus? This is supposed to be, I would say, can we say that apart from Halo Infinite coming, next week? I would say Chorus is like the last big, if you want to call it, AAA game coming this year, right? And it's coming for most cloud game platforms. It's coming for Stadia. It's coming for Amazon Luna, and like, are you guys excited for this game? I feel like the more I see this game, the more trailers I see, the more excited I get. And I love that, again, if you guys know me, you know the big thing for me is single play focused games and a good story. And it seems like this game is gonna check all of that for me, right? So it looks like the single play looks good. It seems like the story looks good and the visuals look stunning. But I'm not hearing a lot of people talk about Chorus. So I just want to know, for those of you guys who are on here watching, what's your excitement level when it comes to Chorus? I am waiting for the reviews too. That's gonna say a lot, right? So if the game is getting like 4 out of 10s, 3 out of 10s, then that tells me, well, hey, it's probably not worth investing time. But if the game, I would say, if the game can get like a solid 8, that's good enough for me. I definitely will check it out. Um, for sure. Something I don't like about this program is when I click, it's a little laggy. I don't know if you guys are noticing that. I had to turn off the music because it was cutting in and out. It might be my Wi-Fi connection here at work, but when I click something, it seems like it takes a couple of seconds. I got to get used to that. I don't know. I got to play around with this. So I'm gonna use this for the podcast as well and see again, if it's something that I like. But yeah, taking a while unrest drop by was good. Hey, what up, monkey? Good to see you in here as well. Dudes, we got a lot of oh my god. Bro, we got a lot of videos planned, man. Dude, we have you guys have been seeing the videos be slow, right? Do you think that we're working on in the background that we can't talk about yet? But let me just say that their videos coming your way like a lot. So there's just so much going on in the cloud gaming space right now. But yeah, stay. I just saw Monkey and I thought about that wall unrest. So, but yeah, I hate the fact that USA users of Share Playlist. Oh yeah, but the argument that you can make with this, aren't some people in EU, don't they still have access, or aren't they still grandfathered to the infinite and ultra tier, right? Some people are, right? I thought it was EU, but yeah, I agree. The price is cheaper here. I don't know why. Um, Zero. Yeah. So I usually do most of my game on Stadia, but lately I've been on my xCloud playing Rogue. Oh, that's great. That's great. Um, yeah, Halo Infinite, Yakuza, yeah, I love Stadia just missing, yeah. And again, that's the beauty of cloud gaming. If your platform doesn't have the game that you're looking for, hop somewhere else. You know, I tell people it's like streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, and HBO Go. If by the way, if you guys haven't watched the Netflix exclusive Arcade, holy Nikes, do yourself a favor and watch that. But again, Amazon Luna is not going to have Arcane. Amazon Prime, Video Prime, it's not going to have Arcane, but Netflix does. Go watch it there, right? When you're done with that, hop on Luna and watch something like what's that Will show, uh, whatever it's called, the new Will show. Once whatever that show is called, hop on there, watch it. When you're done with that, hop on HBO Max, watch Game of Thrones. It's beauty. You're not tied to a expensive box or long term contract. You can just play whatever you want, switch from whatever you want. That's what we love about this channel and cloud gaming. It's pretty cool stuff. I have to pay. Yeah, Ancient Dew. What's good, homies? Good to see you. You gonna wait for reviews for Chorus? Okay, cool. Chorus is single player, story driven. Let me have. Yeah, it should be coming this week, man. It's exciting stuff for sure. Chorus will put cloud to test, no hiding with that. Yeah, that's true. But again, you can say the same for Doom Eternal, and so we can see what xCloud and Google Stadia, they both ran Doom Eternal well. Something that will be great to see is Doom Eternal run on the 3080 tier. But again, GFN doesn't have Bethesda games in the service. I would definitely love to see like a Google Stadia 4K compared to like a GFN 3080 tier 4K Doom Eternal Showdown, right? Did you already answer why your post about yeah, can't talk too much about that. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Wasn't that hyped? Oh yeah, I wasn't that hyped into so IGN gameplay. Yeah, so you guys are talking about Chorus still. Yeah, the game against catch my attention, man. I'll try it if it's in Luna Plus. Oh, that's a beautiful thing, right? Grace, I like that you said that, but not going to beautiful, beautiful. And again, I'm so curious to see if Luna Plus is gonna get this game, because again, that is huge, right? You're paying $5 and you can access a AAA game like Chorus. I don't know if it's gonna be triple or double, but a big game like Chorus, same day release for $5 a month. But yeah, services like Game Pass and Luna Plus, a subscription based model. So if they do get a game like Chorus, man, you paying really less for it, and you're getting some really awesome game, or gameplay. It's really cool, man. It's really cool. Let's see. Hide news was okay. So yeah. So jump. Okay, take it. Okay, cool. Address. Let's move on. Um, cool. Is there going to be any free cloud like Geforce now? Google Stadia has a free tier. If you didn't know that, Stadia, they have a free tier to where again you don't need to pay, and uh, it offers 1080p, and again there's no like it doesn't kick you off after an hour, and there's no like waiting tier. Some people don't realize Google Stadia has a free tier, but they do. So check out Stadia's free tier as well if you haven't yet. I heard this, they were working on bringing more of those AAA titles to. Eh, yeah. Well, yeah. Are you? Yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I would say personally, yeah, wait for Google Stadia to give you like, there are things that we know, uh, and I'm sure the content creators know, but I would say at this point nothing has been like officially like solidified yet. So yeah. I would say wait until like something like a connect happens to where themselves like Google Stadia announces these games coming would be my take. Then if someone's saying that these games are coming, especially to Google Stadia, I would say wait, don't get your hopes up too much for that. GFM was so bad about game releases. I agree. Ali, if you watch the podcast, I give GFN 2 weeks for November. They were hot October, they were hot September, but they definitely dropped the ball when it came during November. But I can't say too much. But I feel like that streak is gonna end soon. Take that for what you want. Would you expect FIFA 23 man to come to stay next year? So here, 2K didn't come after the first 2 years. All right, so great. I'm glad that you said this. Realistically speaking, this is going to be. I feel like to. I know we said this about this year, and it showed a little bit like where Stadia's focus is when it comes to Google's focus is for Stadia when it comes to, but I feel like 2023 is going to be a very very telling year for Google Stadia, right? For instance, games like this that you mentioned, if FIFA Madden comes and they don't get it this year, and they don't get 2K this year, and these other big games coming out this year, if they don't get those games this year, then that I feel like is going to say a lot about this platform. I feel like this year 2021 was like a year for them to pause and try to, in a way, re what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like rebrand the service. Like Google Stadia originally, when announced that GDC had visions, had goals, that was scrapped, when the first party closed. I feel like this was the rebranding of Google Stadia year. Just setting new goals. Again, they didn't communicate that to us clearly, but I feel like next year is going to be the year to see like what this platform's all about. If we're not getting these games again, and if we're not getting like these third party big games, apart from Ubisoft, games like Rainbow Six Extraction and Avatar, then that in a way it tells you a lot about where this platform is kind of heading. But I hope that they do resign new contracts, get 2K back on board, get Capcom back on board, get Square Enix back on board. Again, people forget they did get Life is Strange True Colors, but they did miss Guardians of the Galaxy, which is one of Square Enix's biggest games this year. They did get Outriders though, but that was early in the year, so they do need to sign new contract. And yeah, if we do miss these games again next year, then it's gonna be telling. And I hope again that we do see new contract and these games come. Do you think there'll be use? Yes, I feel like eventually that's going to be. We have a video coming soon. Stay close to that. This another way to use mouse and keyboard, and I told you we have a load of videos, guys. Like a crazy. I mean, like it's insane. This week and next week, just stay tuned. But we do have another keyboard mouse alternative video for xCloud coming soon. I expected EA games to be released like both. Yeah, yeah. But to be fair, Battlefield didn't release anywhere else though, right? GFN expected to get Battlefield 5, but they didn't. So yeah, Stadia didn't get it either. And we'll wait to see what Amazon Luna's video game award announcement is gonna be, but there might be like EA support and maybe Battlefield. So don't count Luna out yet, but yeah, from what you're seeing though with Battlefield, is there's a lot of issues with that game. A lot of plays are dropping out of the game. So maybe there's a reason why these companies are not going after that game, because the game so far, from what I'm hearing, I have the game, but I played it once and it's like, oh, it's decent, but right now, right now, my multiplayer go-to game is Halo Infinite, and I think Halo Infinite is gonna steal a lot of people away this holiday season because it's just brilliant, and everyone who's played it, I feel like Halo is gonna steal some Call of Duty fans, it's gonna steal some Battlefield fans, it's gonna steal I don't know what other games you want to put out there, but I feel like Halo Infinite is going to be the go-to multiplayer game this fall. Um, but yeah, did you hear some rumors about GFN game releases? Um, yeah, uh, yeah. So I don't know, like what? Yeah, yeah. What's your most enjoyable single player game? That's great. Are you talking about this year? I would say this year's Tales of Arise, all-time favorite. Oh my goodness, I like the Uncharted series. Oh, Shadow of Colossus. Oh, that was a good one. I love to find again story-driven games for me. Final Fantasy series. I've played seven remake, 8, 9. I would say 10. Final Fantasy 10 and 7 are probably my favorite all-time Final Fantasies. I like Kingdom Hearts, as well as Series 1, 2, 3. Um, Shinmu, oh my goodness, Shinmu back in the Sega Dreamcast era days was a jump off. Yeah, Zone of the Enders, PS2 era. You guys Metal Gear Solid. Oh my goodness, Devil May Cries. Man, those are my jam. But yeah, I can list a lot more, but those would be. If every respect disagree, I would pay for or any EA game to come to every game is wait. I would pay for Madden 23 or any to come to every game is broken does not deserve to great. Jeff, what are you disagreeing with? Did I miss something? What's your most enjoyable single player game? Jeff, what do you just? Okay, here we go. Let me go back to this. Is this where you referred? Would you expect FIFA to come to stay next year? EA deal is done. I think if it does not come, it will be a huge loss. Yeah, Jeff. Back to your question and back to your response here. Respectfully disagree. I would. I never said I wouldn't pay. If they get it, I would love it. Yeah, what? Yeah, I never. If they get FIFA, I'm just saying. Yeah, I don't know where that's coming from. But anyway, yeah, if they get it, I will love it. Didn't Shadow say they would announce? Yeah, so we know that they're testing it right now. There's been articles that came out and say Shadow right now is testing their upgrades. And two things is supposed to happen by the end of this year. Booster Roy is supposed to come to the US. We've been talking to them, haven't, yeah. And then Shadow is supposed to get upgrades now. I think they did say end of this year, but we still win December, so it's not a lot of time. But let's keep checking in with them for sure. But yeah, and anything announced, will definitely let you guys know. Name me one EA game which is not broken. I'm pretty sure not one EA knows. Jeff, I'm not getting you, my dude. Please, can you make more xCloud gameplay and also comparison with Series X? Because I don't know if I should buy a Series. Okay, so I think you're referring to Series S. I'm looking at my keyboard. A is next to S, and X is below S. So I think you're trying to type. Yeah, so I see it, Series S. I don't know if I should buy a Series S or use xCloud and wait for Series S to be available again. Series S is a dope console, and for the price, you know, I talk about like the Nvidia Shield being like the ultimate cloud gaming console. I feel like the Series S is getting there as well. I think for Black Friday it was what, $300. Um, the benefit with Series S, if you do end up buying one, is that you can do both on it. So again, if you want to run eh, if you want to run games locally, you can, but if you want to utilize the cloud to save storage space, with xCloud you can as well. But yeah, we do not own a Series S in the shop. Maybe that's an investment we might make, but we do own a Series X, and I can tell you, so the way so with Cloud Gaming Extreme, which is the channel that we're on right now, we showcase pretty much like the AAA games. So the Forza, the Halos, and this. But we do have another channel, Cloud Gaming XS, and what we tend to do there is to showcase games that are, double or just, games that are not AAA. So subscribe to that channel because there's some games that released today on xCloud that we are thinking about covering there. So if a game doesn't make the extreme list, it means it's probably in the XS channel. So if you're interested in seeing some xCloud gameplay, not seeing it on extreme, check the XS channel because most likely, if it's not AAA, then it's probably there as well. But yeah, holy smokes! Wow, time is running out. I have to, I have to agree with you. I don't know what you guys are agreeing with. Name one EA game that's not broken. Okay, that's cool. I don't think we'll see much from EA. I expect it was deal Stadia. I think Stadia definitely closed there. Yeah, yeah. Stadia, and again, next year will be telling, right? If they get these games or not, it's going to say a lot about just what Google's intention is with Stadia as a whole. It Takes Two is up for yeah, that's a EA game that is available on xCloud right now as well. Sega and Dreamcast are my favorite. Yeah, Dreamcast was typed up. Too bad. it died a short death, man. Shadow hasn't announced by the end of the year, but yes, we know hardware is testing for sure. What happened to all of SG7 Studios? Did Typhoon? I think Typhoon. I don't know. I think Typhoon did shut down, right? I know Jade Raymond, for her new studio took some of. I don't know if it's from Typhoon or not. I don't know. I don't know. Here, I think the folks from have set up in the okay. Yeah. I don't know. This is a great question though. Typhoon got shut down, but then devs opened. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, fellas, I do have to head back to work, but this was a lot of fun. We do this every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Again, I can't stress the amount of videos, and if you are a member, definitely there's some videos we can't let out, but there are some videos that are going to be available for you guys to watch early access. So definitely make sure to keep your noties on because, again, videos, I can't stress it enough, are coming. But appreciate you guys. We'll be back here next Wednesday, same time. Podcast is going to be on Saturday, 2 p.m. PST. So hope to see you guys then. Till next time, fellas. Peace out.